Go.
Hello, welcome to DK and the Hawk, our playoff preview show. As today, we still have some regular season games going on. Vancouver, Edmonton are 1:30. So, boy, other fans will be mad if something happens to somebody, right? Before the playoffs. You still have to draft so many players, NHL caliber. But we're not going to talk about that anymore. We're going to talk about the playoffs. We've got all four divisions to go through. We got 8 matches on each side, so we're going to have some fun. And DK is going to lead us into the series. We're
Sure.
Go at her.
Let's start in the West Division. The first series is Colorado and St. Louis, and to be honest, I don't think St. Louis has a chance in this one. I see it going pretty quickly. The firepower that Colorado possesses, and if they can get goaltending, their Achilles heel last year was, I believe, 2 goalies got hurt, so they're rocking with their third string, couldn't get it done. But I have Colorado in 5 in this series, maybe 4. But I'll give the Blues 1 game. So, Colorado wins in 5 for me. What do you think?
Yeah, this series I think is going to be over quick. I mean, Colorado just is a dominant team. I think they're going to run all 3 aspects of that series: offense, defense, goaltending. I mean, St. Louis will keep it close, I think, some games, but overall, it's just too much firepower in Avalanche. You got McKinnon, you got Makar, you got Ratsanen. So I think she'll go 5 games. So I can't see St. Louis push more than that.
Yeah, so we're both on the Avalanche here. Okay, cool. We can move on to the next series. Same division, Vegas Golden Knights versus Minnesota Wild. Minnesota has been a pleasant surprise this year for me. Unfortunately, they're in a tough division, and I see this kind of going the Colorado way too. I see Vegas winning in 4 or 5. Minnesota could steal a couple with their goaltending and defense, but I just think Vegas has too much firepower, and we're destined for that second round matchup of Colorado and Vegas that everybody's kind of hoping for. So yeah, once again, I go Vegas in 5.
Yeah, I was looking here, season series. Minnesota actually won the season series. They're a tough team to play against, but playoff experience, Golden Knights know what they need to do, especially after last year when they got bounced there by Dallas. And after they played a 7-game series against Vancouver where Bubble Demko shut them down, they kind of got frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
I do see this series going 6, but Golden Knights are going to win this series.
Okay.
In 6.
So we're both on the same page. I'm just filling in a mock. I'm filling in a mock bracket as we go here. So far we've been on the same page. We're gonna if we have a difference in opinion in a series, then we'll discuss it. Because this is going to be the DK and the Hawk bracket, and we'll see if we can compromise on these picks. Okay, so the next, I've put Vegas in 6 and Colorado in 5. I see it being 5 or 6. So we'll see what happens there. We'll go to the other side of the ledger here, the Central Division. This is a division I am like any of the 4 teams can win. I think. We'll start with the 1 versus 4 match. Carolina Hurricanes versus the Nashville Predators. And I've heard that Nashville is allowed to have up to 13,000 fans, and I think that's going to be a big factor in this game, in this series. I still have Carolina winning, but I have them winning in 7. I think Nashville is going to win the home games. It's going to be a home game series, and just with that 12,000 fans, they have a really good following, especially in the playoffs with all their with all their cool chants, which is exciting. I'll definitely be excited to watch that series. Hearing them harass the goaltender is always good times. Like it's all your fault. It's all your fault. It's one of my favorite things in the
Yeah.
springtime. So I go Carolina in 7.
All right. Yeah. Smashville has now become Dudville, as far as I'm concerned. They barely made the playoffs. They had a tough start
Yeah.
to the season. I think Carolina is they're a good young dominant team. I can't see going 7. I mean, it could, but I'm going more along the lines. Carolina take Nashville in 5 games.
Okay.
I think, like I said, there's just so many problems with Nashville.
We'll make it 6 as a compromise from my 7 to your 5.
Yep.
We both have the same team here. We could have a different team in this next series. In the next series we got the Florida Panthers versus Tampa Bay Lightning. I have the Lightning in 5, just because of their playoff success and their history. And you're getting Kucherov back. Goaltending, I think, is going to be a big factor as well. I think Vasilevsky's definitely the top goalie in the NHL. You got Victor Hedman, you got Stamkos. I loaded up on Lightning players in my fantasy pool, so I definitely got to pick the Lightning here. And I don't think it's going to be a long series, 5 or 6. What do you think?
Well, you might as well. I guess your fantasy team is done already if you load it up on Tampa Bay.
I just threw up the bracket here, actually.
Because I'm going Florida. I think Florida they look good all year. They were in the running for first place in their division. Tampa's kind of struggling. They played to the end last year. Yeah, they're getting Kucherov back, but how good is he going to be right off the hop? Right, he's going to have that rust. I don't think Stamkos is playing this series. I know Florida's lost Ekholm, but they do have some great defensemen as well. So goaltending will be interesting. Bobrovsky versus Vasilevsky. And we know that's what old Sergei can do there. So I'm going Florida. Yeah. I'm going 6 games. Battle of Florida. It should be a fun series anyways. There'll be some fans in the stands, I believe, in that one. So that's what I'm going with.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, in the U.S., you can have it depends on the region, and it's 4,000 is the lowest and 13 is the highest. So you're going to have some, at least like a quarter full arenas in the U.S. Canada can't have anything yet. Excuse me. And as far as I know, Stamkos is a game time decision for game 1, and it sounds like he is going to play. So we'll see how that shakes out. I will.
But how long does he play?
A separate. Yeah, exactly. You don't know,
right?
But I'm rolling with it. Okay, so I'll have to create a separate one for you in here, or you can do your own, because so far we're pretty accurate, except for the one series so far. Okay, so now we'll go to the East Division. This is really interesting for me. I'm excited for both of these series. We'll start with the 1 versus 4 matchup, and this might have been the worst matchup for the Pittsburgh Penguins, in my opinion. I think they'll still get it done. I'm going to pick them in 6, but this is going to be a really tough series for them. So I got the Penguins in 6.
Yeah, I'm going the other way. I think the Islanders beat the Penguins. This was the worst thing Pittsburgh could have had. They could have had Boston Capitals, but they ended up the Islanders. And the Islanders they're just a fun team to watch, right from the top to the bottom.
Yeah.
You know, especially if they're playing some of their games in the old arena there. I think you're going to see them. I think they're going to go 6 games. But I'm going with the Islanders. I do like them.
Islanders in 6, okay.
Yeah, Penguins get knocked out in the first round
again. Pittsburgh in 6, so let's see. And you look at that division, it's like that's an insane road. You gotta either beat Pittsburgh, Washington, or Boston. Like twice. It's crazy. That's definitely a tough road. Okay, so next series we got the Capitals versus the Bruins. And I've been going back and forth with this one. I'm actually going to change my pick because I've been going Capitals all the way, but I'm actually going to take the Bruins in 6 games. And basically with the Taylor Hall edition, I don't think Washington is as good as they were last year or the year they won. They're getting older, so I'm going to take the Bruins in 6 games.
Yeah, and there's some other things going on behind the scenes in Washington with the Ovechkin contract, things like that. So obviously they're out to win, but I see the Bruins winning this series as well. I think it goes 7. I can see it going 7 for sure. Right, they're equally matched, but I think Boston just has a little bit more grit on them and ready to go do something that they didn't do last year. Right, so
yeah. All right, so now we're into the North Division, what we've basically been watching all year as Canadians. That's why I kind of wanted to start with the other series. So I feel like the series is under the radar, and I think it's going to be one of the best of the first round, and that's Toronto versus Montreal. It's a shame that we can't have a crowd because that Bell Center would be rocking. And same with Toronto's arena, Rogers Place or Center or whatever it's called now. So hopefully it's a good series. I think the Leafs get over in this one. They haven't got past the first round in a very long time, but I'm going to take the Leafs in 6. But I could definitely see if Carey Price is back healthy, I can see him stealing some games and changing the outcome of this series. But yeah, as of now, I got the Leafs in 6.
Yeah, that's the biggest question mark is Carey Price, right? So it's going to be a tough series for Toronto either way. They've had their troubles with Montreal this year. Nobody wanted to play Montreal, even though other fans like, oh no, we're scared of Montreal. We want to play them. So
They're a tough team.
Typical other fans, right? Taking the easy way out. So love you, other fans, but I'm going Maple Leafs in this one as well. Right? I think that they're just got too much firepower. If the goaltending isn't there for Montreal, it could be easily be a 4 or 5 game series as well.
Yeah, that's kind of my thinking. And like, if it gets down to penalties and the refs are calling all the calls, then Toronto's power play is just unbelievable. So kind of depends. Montreal is big and tough, and they can smash you around. And so if it's a typical playoff series, not too many penalties, I can definitely see Montreal being competitive. All right.
Yeah, and they also have their compressed schedule, right? So
yeah, exactly.
They play a lot of games here in a short time there, so yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we're both on Toronto in 5 or 6. Yeah. Okay, so now let's move on to the Edmonton Oilers versus the Jets. I have, I'm pained to say this, I don't think the Oilers will have trouble with the Jets at all. Feel like it's going to be a quick series. Connor Hellebuck could keep them in it, but I think the Oilers just have too much firepower, and their defense is playing a lot better this season. So I got the Oilers in 5 games.
Yeah, Winnipeg's kind of faltered on the stretch there. They were struggling. They're lucky to hold on to that 3rd seed. And Oilers I think this first round they'll come out flying. And I mean, Winnipeg just doesn't seem to get over that hump. Right? They have Hellebuck there who could steal a couple games, but I think it'll be a 6 game series. But Oilers win this series with Connor, with Draisaitl, and of course with Kassian ripping her up. So
yeah, if you guys don't know, we had a Zoom draft, and DAHAWK was working on his truck, so he couldn't join the Zoom call. So he's just texting in his picks, and he took Zach Kassian like 5th round or something, and everybody was just giving it to him on the call. It was pretty funny. So I actually stood up for you. I said Kassian, Oilers probably win the cup, and Kassian, it's 33 points. You guys can all
I
suck
hope
it.
so. It'll be great.
I would love, honestly, I'm a diehard Flames fan, but it would be nice to see Edmonton or Toronto do well in these playoffs and prove the North Division wasn't just like they weren't a good division and they got all the points and stuff because of the division. So I'm actually hoping those two teams do well. Montreal too. I could care less about Winnipeg. Sorry, Jets fans, if there are any here, but I don't care about Winnipeg at all. I heard Atlanta Thrasher fans too, I guess. Let's move on. Okay, so that's the first round. So we're going to talk about the hypothetical second round matchups that we've each picked. In the West Division, we both had the same matchup. So let's talk about Colorado versus Vegas. I think everybody
Yes.
wants to see this. Good series. I have Colorado winning this in 6 games. Feel like it's their turn. They've learned how to lose as a team. They've loaded up. I think Cale Makar might be the best defenseman in the NHL all around. I really like him. He's I think he's gonna carry that team as long with Nathan McKinnon, and if the goaltending can hold up, which is their biggest question, I have Colorado in 6 games.
Right. Yeah, I was debating back and forth. I think the series goes 7. I'm going on the side of the Golden Knights. They're a big team. They've been there last few years, right? And I mean, if they can lock down some of the players from the Avs with the guys they have, and it seems like their players come out of nowhere that haven't done nothing all year, and all of a sudden the playoffs are scoring points and kicking butt, right? Plus the goaltending on, like you said, on Colorado might be a little questionable, where you know what you're getting from the Knights. But I'm going 7 games. I'm going
they
with
got the best
Golden
tandem
Knights.
in the league.
Yeah.
Vegas in 7.
And I mean, if you
I
can't
could
get
definitely see that.
scoring, yep. I mean, either way, it's gonna be a good series. It's gonna be one of the series we all want to watch.
Oh, for sure. I'm so excited for these playoffs because I honestly haven't watched a lot of games non-North Division this year. And it's not from not wanting to watch it. It's just if you live in Canada, that there wasn't many opportunities. Maybe Sunday morning
we didn't
they
get
had
to
a
watch
game.
a lot of
Sometimes if you didn't have the center ice
Sunday nighter.
package and we're Flames and Canucks fans, we could watch most of the games, so we didn't pay for it. And so this playoffs is going to be cool. It's going to be seeing these teams kind of for the first time and seeing what they're made of. So that's why I'm trying to get these picks in. Okay, so I'll start with this next one because this is my hypothetical second round match. I have the Hurricanes matching up with the Lightning, and I actually have the Lightning winning this in 6 games. Same reason over Florida. I feel like the Lightning know how to win. They got the players. As long as the guys coming back and stay healthy, I feel like Tampa will overmatch Carolina, and they'll take this series. Now your matchup should be Carolina, Florida.
Carolina, Florida.
So what you take the floor with that preview?
I'm taking. Yeah, I think you're 2 young teams going at it between the Canes and the Panthers. I'm going with the Hurricanes winning this series. This series, I think, will also go 7. It's just going to be quite the series, I believe, to watch, barring any major injuries, anything like that. But I do think Carolina comes out of that division, winning that round, and moving on to the conference finals.
Cool. I could definitely see that happening too. Like that's what makes this playoff so exciting for me. There's so many teams that can win. Like there's not one team that you look at and go, "Oh, they're going to win." Like so many good teams. It's very exciting. And these potential conference matchups that you would never see in the playoffs because of like with COVID, we have these weird divisions. So kind of interesting. All right, let's move on to my matchup. I think, no, we have a different one on this one too. I have Pittsburgh versus Boston. I have the Penguins winning this in 7 games. Um, I think it'll be a really good series. Um, Boston not having Chara in this will probably hurt them. He's kind of been their shutdown D man. Feel like Crosby and the boys will be able to get some goals and win this game, win the series with offense. So I got the Pittsburgh Penguins going to the conference finals.
I've got Islanders versus Bruins. Bruins they're a big physical team. Islanders just, I don't know, there's something about that team that just, I mean, even watching last year, when they're in the bubble, they're playing excellent hockey. They've been playing excellent hockey all year.
We got
So I'm taking the Islanders over the Bruins. Yeah, I'm taking the Islanders over the Bruins. And I'm going 6 games in that series. So.
Well, we're definitely not going to tie in the bracket
all messed
challenge.
Up now.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, there's no tiebreaker needed in the pool once you enter in your bracket, because my conference finals, you have them both losing in the first round. So God, I hope you're wrong. All right, so the last series, this is like got star power written all over it. It's going to be awesome, honestly. Like, be it a Flames and Canucks fans as we are, it's going to be kind of painful watching these two teams battle it out to see who goes to the conference final. We got the Toronto Maple Leafs versus the Edmonton Oilers in both of our scenarios. I think I think Toronto's just a little bit better than Edmonton. And like, if you look at their teams, they're very similar. They got the stars on forward, some pretty good offensive defensemen, and kind of questionable goaltending. So I'm going to take the Leafs in this one in 6 games. And Connor McDavid, he's going to try his best to get this team over, but I just don't think it's going to be enough at the end of the day. So I got the Leafs in 6.
Yeah, I got the Leafs also, and I got them in 6 as well. It just, Edmonton, I mean, once you get deeper in the playoffs, and the little injuries, the bumps and all that start to pick up, plus the penalties start to go away, you're going to see a lot more hacking, holding, things like that. We'll see McDavid can break through, but at the end of the day, I just think that Toronto has that upper leg on everything, on their defense, on goaltending, on, and it's the forward, right? The whole depth of the forwards.
Yeah.
It'll be a fun series, though.
Yeah. Like, it all depends on penalties, too. Like, both teams' power plays are incredible. So if you're going to call the ticky-tack stuff and let McDavid or Matthews just hang out on that right wing and score easy goals like they do all year on the power play, then who knows what could happen. I hope they kind of let things go and just let the teams play. Should be a good series regardless. So we both got the Leafs. Okay, so now we're on to the conference finals, and our conference finals are definitely different. I'll start on the. You can't even say the East side because you don't know. I got 3 East teams here and a West team. My final 4. If it was the regular playoff scenario, so I'll start. I got the Pittsburgh Penguins versus Toronto Maple Leafs. This is going to be a wicked series if it does happen. I got the Penguins winning in 6 games. I like the whole makeup of the Penguins team over the Leafs, and I don't think the Leafs are completely ready to compete for a Stanley Cup. They're a couple of years away still, so I got the Penguins in 6. I believe yours would be Carolina versus can't think of it right now. What was it?
Carolina versus Toronto.
Carolina versus Toronto, right?
Isn't that the way it works?
Yeah, I believe that was a matchup in 2006, wasn't it? When the Hurricanes won the Cup over the Oilers.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So this one will be Hurricanes over the Hurricanes versus the Leafs. I'm taking the Leafs in this one in 6 games.
Rolling with the Leafs.
I think it's just going to be, and they're going to be playing in this They're going to be playing in the States, but it's going to be interesting. But again, I think the Leafs have a little bit more firepower, right? They're going to dominate on that penalty, on the power play. And I think Carolina's time just kind of ends then and there, but it'll be a fun series. But I am going with the Leafs in that one.
I agree. If that was the matchup, I would take the Leafs. So I agree with your pick of those two teams. I don't see Carolina getting to this point, but yeah, with that pick, I definitely agree with what you're saying. So on the other side, in my matchup, I have the Colorado Avalanche versus the Tampa Bay Lightning. I have Colorado winning in 6 games, and and then, well, I'll talk about my Stanley Cup final matchup once you're done talking about your matchup, which should be actually I have to go back and look. So why don't you just preview it?
I think it was Bruins and Knights. No, Islanders and can't remember now.
Who did you pick? Have to rewind the tape. There.
I don't know. Now I forget.
Let me.
Either way, whoever's. I think I have the Islanders being the Bruins, but I think the Knights are going to win this series. I think whoever comes out of the West is going to win, go right to the Cup final anyways. I have it set up in my bracket. And yes, so as again, bigger team, they're ready to go. They're there a few years ago, so
yeah,
I think you're going to have the cool Knights over whoever comes out of the East.
Sounds good, buddy. I'm going to create your bracket so we can go through this.
Works for me.
You'll be entered into my pool. So. Okay. Looks like that name bracket already exists. So did you already do one? Bezerhawk 44.
Yeah, I just did one there. Just did a fake one.
Okay. Bezerhawk 44 is your name. So we'll just go through your picks real quick here. Toronto over Montreal.
Yeah.
Edmonton over Winnipeg. And which games did you have those in? 5 and 5, right?
5 for, I think it was 5 or 6 for Toronto.
Okay,
5
for
6 and Edmonton.
5 for Edmonton. Okay, then you had Colorado, and you had Vegas.
Cool. Vegas,
both in 5, right?
6 for Vegas, 5 for Colorado.
Okay, I might have to change that. All right, and then you had Vegas over Colorado, and you had Toronto over Edmonton.
Yep.
You had Islanders, and you had Boston. Which were the games in the Islanders and Boston series?
Boston and Caps 7, Islanders Penguins 6.
6 and 7. Sorry, guys, we'll get to the Stanley Cup picks here in a second. We got Carolina and we got Florida. What were the games in those two?
At Carolina, I believe in 5, Florida in 6.
So. Okay, so you only have, in this pool, you only have to pick games for the first round.
First round, I saw that.
So then you had the Islanders in Boston. Who did you have?
Yeah. I think I got the Islanders coming out of that one.
Yeah, I think you did. In Carolina, Florida, you had Carolina?
Yep.
Okay, so we have to talk about your, okay, they did reseed it. Okay, so you had Toronto beating Carolina, and now you got Vegas versus the Islanders.
Yes.
Did you have Vegas?
Vegas winning that series.
All right. So let's talk about your Stanley Cup final, which you have the Vegas Golden Knights versus the Toronto Maple Leafs. Dissect that. Tell me who's going to win.
Unfortunately, Leafs Nation,
Who's going to win the Conn Smythe?
Leaf Nation will not be happy.
All right. So dissect the finals.
Leaf Nation will not be happy. Right.
Getting to the finals, they might still be happy.
Vegas is going to.
You want to win.
Yeah. Well, no, not Maple Leaf Land since 1967.
Right.
So there, I mean, there won't be no riots or nothing because you can't gather outdoors. But I just think Vegas, being a bigger team, start to wear on the players in the playoffs. Right? They've there before. I think they actually do win the Stanley Cup, which, I mean, another team will win it before my team wins it.
Yep.
They're just, like I said, a bigger team. They're just built for the playoffs. I think the goaltending is better than Toronto's, and Toronto does have that firepower, but Vegas has the guys who could shut them down. And then I don't think they can match up with the bigger Knights, especially that third line. And that's all. That's who I see winning the Stanley Cup is Vegas Golden Knights.
Who do you? This is a tiebreaker question in my bracket, so I got to ask you: how many goals do you think will be the total number of goals for that series for both teams?
Okay, so I think the series goes 6, average 5. I'm going to go about 38 goals.
38 goals. Okay, that's a high-scoring series. And this is just for fun, who is your Conn Smythe Trophy winner?
I think Mark Stone is the Conn Smythe winner.
Well, now I understand your Mark Stone pick.
My picks?
Yeah.
Yep, and then my pick and Thornton.
Mark Stone pick. I thought Mark Stone was a little early when you picked him with your first pick, but I do understand the pick now.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think it's going to be fun. It'll be a good series.
Yep.
If we get there.
We'll get there.
Okay, now for your
Stanley
Cup final.
I'm trying to find my pick now. It disappeared. All right. 1 second here. All right. Now I had a Colorado Avalanche versus the Pittsburgh Penguins. This is the battle of the two best friends, Nathan MacKinnon and Sidney Crosby. I feel like probably be the most watched hockey series in Nova Scotia history. Should be very good. I think Colorado wins this. They win in 6 games. They get the Stanley Cup. Nice to see Joe Sakic holding it up as an executive. He's my favorite player when I was a kid. And whoever commented, if anyone commented, my favorite team as a kid was the Quebec Nordiques. And then I turned into a Colorado fan later when they moved. Didn't become a Flames fan until I was about 16. So, so I'll definitely be rooting for Colorado in these playoffs, and I have them winning. I'll take Nathan MacKinnon as my Conn Smythe winner, and that's my pick: Colorado Avalanche to win Stanley Cup.
Yeah, I can definitely see it. Right, like you say, it's going to be, I can definitely see Colorado win there. Right, the Knights. I think any team that comes out of the West, I think, wins the Cup this year.
Yeah,
and it's
going
to be exciting as it is.
Yeah, I'm more concerned on that.
I mean, they might beat each other up to the point where.
Yeah, that's kind of my point. And same with Pittsburgh. Like, whoever gets out of that division, they're going to be beaten up. So I could almost see an Edmonton or Toronto kind of swooping in and getting it this year. Just with, I don't think those series will be as tough physically in the North Division, but we will see. Montreal and Winnipeg. Maybe they'll win and our brackets will be busted right away. Love to see it.
Oh, they'll be busted here right at the hop. It always happens. So
please, I posted on Facebook. I posted in the group. The bracket challenge. It's we're doing $10, winner take all. Just send the $10 to me. My email's on the link. And yeah, I think we got like 8 people in right now. So like to get it up to like
perfect.
20 or 30. Be interesting to get it up that high. And then maybe we'll pay top 3 if we get more than 15 people or whatever. So it's only $10. So make your
join.
picks.
God damn
Send
it.
it in.
Join.
Yep. And if you can't afford $10, let me know. Maybe we can figure something out. Because I would
Payment
like
plan.
to. I would love. Yeah, send me $1 a day. Or if you subscribe to the YouTube channel, maybe I'll pay for you. Who knows?
There you go.
There we go. I'll throw in $5 if you subscribe. You pay 5, I'll pay 5.
Perfect.
That's the pledge.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yep. So appreciate you guys watching, and I feel really bad about this. We did a NFL Week 1 preview, and I don't know what happened. It just didn't work. It didn't save. So we're gonna have to redo that show, Ezra Hawk. So I don't know if you have time.
Yep.
Today. Maybe we can record that one as well.
Yeah, we'll do one later. I gotta help Jordan get some plants moved and stuff like that. So
yeah, no worries.
And then we can do one later. Give me a shout.
Yeah, we'll see. I got a few things on the go today too. So
okay, perfect.
Sounds good.
Yeah, get this
all right
posted up, and then later on we can look at that.
Yeah, we'll stop this one now. And thanks everybody for watching. And we want to invite you to join our bracket. And yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. We love you guys.